Cobby here with the Pachamama YouTube channel. Welcome to our first episode. Today we're in the remote Andes Mountains of Peru with my best mate Luke, and we're doing our first multi-day solo hike. Over 8 days exploring the lakes, valleys, people and cuisine, just like the Incas did thousands of years ago. We'll be staying with the locals and navigating our own way through the ancient world to hopefully finish up at one of the ancient wonders, Machu Picchu.
So give us a little rundown of what the plan is, the little trek route, and what your thoughts are.
So we just got into Cusco, flew in from Lima. We're going to meet with a guide tomorrow morning, and he's going to make sure that we're not crazy and we've actually got some structure behind each of the places we want to stay. But in terms of the hike itself, we're going to start in a little place called Capuliyoc, and we're going to head down into the valley, cross over up to Choquequirao over a couple days, spend a night at Choquequirao, and then we're going to continue around the mountain, up and down a few steep passes as well, and then end up in Yanama. So that part is all going to be with a guide and a muleteer as well. But then after that, we're going to be basically by ourselves for the next 5 or 6 days. We're just going to try and figure it out as we go. There's some sort of structure there, but I think that a lot of it is going to be dependent on weather and how we're feeling, because it's going to be pretty tough.
Gracias. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Very good. All right, day one. Here we are towards the car park down there. We're heading out to Humantay, which is up there, probably an hour up to begin with. It's a good acclimatization hike, and we should get up to the lake in about an hour. And so after our acclimatization hike up to Lake Humantay, we continued the drive to Capuliyoc, a small town with humble accommodations high in the mountains. All the cabins were named after Incan rulers and areas, like Amaru, who was the last ruler of the Incan Empire. And Antisuyo, which is the eastern region of the empire. But regardless of what cabin you got, the views were an amazing introduction to the start of our adventure. made it up to camp number 1 in Capuliyoc. Yeah, we have a crazy view just on the side here. The camp is insane, and we're gonna get ready for tomorrow morning. 5 a.m. start all the way down the canyon, and we're gonna try and make it to Choquequirao in 1 day.
Good morning, good morning. Last night was pretty good. We had a big storm that came through. There's a lot of lightning and thunder. That's where we slept, just behind me. There's kind of mosquitoes all over me. My legs got bit quite a lot, so I used the repellent for most of today. But you can see for today it's fairly foggy behind me in the mountain range. Not too bad though. It's about 5 a.m. Not too cold either. I'm gonna start our biggest day, or maybe our second biggest day. I'm gonna go all the way down the bottom here, cross over. The river is at the bottom, and then back up almost halfway. It's gonna be a pretty big day. But we're gonna get started, we're gonna get it done.
But before we could even get started, we ran into our first major issue. Our guide, Vicente, and his mule that we organised to carry our bags hadn't shown up. We were assured that they were on their way and that we should leave our bags behind at the cabin, start hiking now before it got too hot, and then Vicente and the mule would pick them up in a few hours and catch up with us. Risky, I know, but we had no choice, so we decided to start hiking down to the river.
How you feeling, Coba?
It's pretty tough, man. A bit sweaty,
Yeah.
but we made it here.
One step forward.
La habitación. Sí. 4 soles.
Pretty good.
O 5 soles, eso. De ahí ya no he comprado nada más.
It's feeding the soul.
I didn't realise how hungry I was until I started eating.
We still haven't seen our Latia. But we did see a guy with a horse as we were eating lunch, and he kind of walked past and into the distance. And I saw him with the binoculars, and he had 2 bags with him. So we're going to guess that that's probably our muleteer. We're going to just go to Choquequirao and hope and pray that he's there, because if he's not, then we're stuck without a tent or anything. We've got to come back in the dark. So we'll see how we go.
Vibes. Let's go.
We found Vicente. We got David.
Ha llegado.
Vicente,
Okay.
say hello.
Vamos,
Hola.
Hola, hola. ¿Cómo está?
Got the whole convoy. We'd finally made it to Choquequirao. And with all our bags and food for the rest of the trip. And with that, David turned back to the last town we passed, and Luke and I set up our tent. And made a good old pasta and tuna for dinner.
Good.
Hola, amigo.
Se llama Shadow.
Sí, chavo.
Shadow. Buenos días, amigos.
All right, what are we, day 2?
Day 2.
Day 3.
Day
Day 4 is the hard one. All right, and day 4 is tomorrow.
Day 3. We're day 3.
Yeah, day 3. So day 3. How'd you sleep last night?
I had a great sleep.
I fell asleep around 6:30 p.m., which is probably the earliest I've ever fell asleep. So we slept maybe 10, 11 hours.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, big sleep.
Yeah, that's
But
decent.
body's feeling pretty good. We're going to go hike down the bottom, check out Choquequirao, and then head to the main site, which is up behind us. And any parting thoughts?
Just all vibes. Just
All
all
vibes.
vibes right now.
Vibes.
Yes.
So just been sitting and thinking, and yeah, the thing I've been thinking about is how the Incas were able to build something like this. Like, what kind of community would you need to encourage people to build something this crazy? You know, all of these rocks are all precision cut to perfection, so everything's straight. There's crazy engineering in terms of the plumbing here. Agriculturally, these people are so smart. Things align with different mountains in the area and constellations. I mean, you have to be really intelligent and really well organized and have a society that works really well to get something like this done. A lot of our culture these days is so removed from the harsh realities of life. There are so many comforts in terms of food and just not having to really do anything that difficult that people forget what they're capable of. I think that coming on this hike has made me realize that I'm a lot more capable than what I think I'm capable of. And you can push yourself through some really extreme stuff if you really needed to, which is somewhat comforting. It gives me a sense of confidence that if shit were to hit the fan, I would be able to push through.
We just had 2 storms come straight over the top of us last night. The first one hit probably midnight and then the second one around 2 a.m. So I don't think either of us slept from about 12 to maybe 4 a.m. Which is alright, I feel okay. Sun's kind of coming up, it's raining a little bit still, but we would like to have a better sleep for the dreaded day 4, the biggest one of them all. So we'll see how we go.
Here we are at the bottom of the river, and we've got Anna the mule, Jakes, Vicente. We're gonna do it. Vamos.
Gente, vamos.
Hola, amigo.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. ¿Y ustedes?
Bien, bien. Acá en Lima. Dice, hay ollas botadas. Amigo pasajero, buenos días. Yo me llamo Rómulo. Yo soy de Maizal. Acá es buena vista, acá crece maíz, también bastante osos, anteojos,
Sí, sí.
venados, también el animal que está colgado,
Sí.
gallinas,
Ajá.
chanchos,
Y muchos animales,
muchos
¿sí?
animales y
Perros.
perros. Y también todos los pasajeros al día vienen 10,
Ajá.
15, 20,
Bueno.
es bonito, una parejita.
¿Y cuántos años en Maizal?
Acá estoy 15 años. Vivimos para atender a los pasajeros, así como es una selva, y no hay nadie que otro para que atienda, entonces hemos venido acá para atender. Y como es el camino principal por acá, entonces...
All right. So, Spanish lesson. How do you say hello?
Hola.
How do you say goodbye?
Adiós.
Ah, nice. How do you say breakfast? Desayuno.
Comida is food,
Uh-huh.
so I've got that far.
Yep. What's dinner?
Give me a hint.
Starts with C. It's the name of a wrestler. Remember I told you? John
Cena.
Bacena.
Cena.
Trail. A walk. Well, you know this one.
I have a hint, sir.
Starts with C. C-A-M.
Camino.
Camino. How do you say let's go?
Vamos.
Okay, how do you say dog?
I don't know.
And so after a nice cold shower and our Spanish lessons complete for the day, we were invited into Romulo's house for dinner. We were so grateful for another meal other than pasta and Oreos. Oh, and a bed too. We both fell asleep within seconds of our heads hitting the pillow. Day 5. Good morning. This is where we slept last night. This is the town of Maizal. Literally just one house and a few little outbuildings. But I think yesterday, Day 4, was probably the toughest day so far. We hiked over 5,000 feet all the way down and then all the way up through the canyon. Today is going to be similar, not as difficult. We're going to head all the way to the top, about 13,000 feet by the time we get to the top. Hopefully the cloud clears and we can get some nice views of Salkantay and Padreoc and others. But this has been a really cool place. The maestro, the person living here, his name's Rumalo, and he's been taking real good care of us. He gave us a room. We slept in a bed. Yeah, he made us some great food as well. So very grateful for that. All right, here we go. Buenos días. Ahora es 6 días. My Spanish feels like it's getting better, but it's still kind of bad. Today we are going to take hopefully a car all the way from Yanama to Lukmabamba. We had a bit of confusion last night. The guy that we were staying with, we asked him if there was someone that could take us to Lukmabamba. From what I understand, he said there's one collectivo, one bus. You got to get on the bus at 4 a.m. But then another guy came up to our tent as we were sleeping and said, look, we will take you at 6 a.m. So be ready at 6. So it's 5:45 right now. And I'm hoping that this guy's going to turn up and take us. I have no idea how much it's going to cost. If it's a bus or if it's just a car, or if there's other people involved, we're going to find out. But hopefully something turns up. Hola amigo,
Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿a dónde vas?
¿A Santa Teresa?
¿Sí?
Sí.
The bus arrived and we're on our way from Yanama to Lukmabamba. Okay, we just started the trail from Lukmabamba. It's only like a steady gradient, only 3 miles, easy for us. So we'll see you at the top.
Do it easy.
So there it is behind me. Finally in sight after 6 days. So tomorrow we gotta walk down there to the railroad and then all the way down to Aguas Calientes. We'll see if there's a ticket for the afternoon. If not, very early morning tomorrow. I'm absolutely wrecked.
Did we do that just before?
All right, day 7. Day 7. We are currently hiking down to the river and to the railroad. How are we feeling?
Good. I think we've brought this on. We both know we've brought this on.
Yeah, the rain is really hitting and it's getting heavier and heavier. But that's all right. We're experiencing every single
We said we wanted to experience every single
season.
season, and we've done that.
And now this is, the full circle of all seasons. So we've got another maybe 30 minutes down to the bottom, and then it's just a slog along the railroad. So we can see the home plate now, nearly there.
Let's go!
Here we are in Santuario de Machu Picchu. We've made it down to the bottom, and now we've got about 4 or 5 hours of walking along the river, and then we're going to finally make it all the way to glory. Just right up there. Here we go. We're about 10 minutes away from Aguas Calientes. It is raining basically all day and foggy. We've got one ankle, but we made it.
We've done it just over 4 hours, which is not bad if I say.
It's meant to be 6 hours, we've just done it in 4. So we're pretty happy with that.
There's a few
That's not
stops
bad.
along the way.
A few stops along the way, but this is so beautiful. Even with the fog, it is insane.
Unbelievable.
It's beautiful. And maybe this afternoon, if we get tickets, we'll go up to Machu Picchu. Otherwise, we will be going there tomorrow morning. We'll be seeing one of the greatest places in the world. One of the 7 wonders of the world. All right, see you there.
Last stop. Yeah.
And so with that, we made it to our final destination. We checked out the town of Aguas Calientes and balled out on dinner. After 7 days of mostly pasta, rice and Oreos, a steak lomo saltado for dinner was heavenly. Sleeping in a bed with sheets was also amazing. From here we just hoped the rain would slow down for the views tomorrow at Machu Picchu. Well, the rain definitely didn't slow down, but here we were. The lost city of the Incas. Built around the year 1450, it's believed to have been deliberately built on a natural outcrop surrounded by larger mountains. A site fit for the estate of Emperor Pachacuti. Although there are no historical records of its use or significance. The site was abandoned about 100 years after the major building period, likely due to the approaching Spanish conquistadors. And so for nearly 500 years, it lay abandoned and relatively unknown, until 1911 when American Hiram Bingham, accompanied by local farmers including 8-year-old Pablito, rediscovered, and documented the ruin for the rest of the world. With multiple restorations over the decades, nearly 1.5 million people from around the world make the pilgrimage each year. And it's no wonder. The precision construction without the use of mortar, the alignment of structures with surrounding mountains and constellations, and the amazing views defy belief. So we began climbing the sister mountain, Machu Picchu, to get a view across the entire ruin. Alright, I'm standing on the top of Machu Picchu, and behind me should be an amazing view of my favorite mountains in the world. Instead, we just got a bunch of tourists, including us, to be fair, and lots of fog. But that's okay. I'm trying to tell myself it's okay. We did 8 days. I wanted to see this, but now we can't. It's not here. Well, it's here, but it's not here. We can't see it. But that's alright. It's about the journey, not the destination, is what I'm telling myself.